Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you all are doing well. I'm Anita Svetlana. Welcome to your reading. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for all the love and support that you show towards my channel. I'd also like to inform you that for people who are feeling generous, I do have my PayPal details in the description. So, you can tap into the link, and I'd like to thank each one of you for your generous contribution. This video is going to be your Gemini new moon reading. Okay, please remember that this is a general collective reading, so please pick up messages that you resonate to. Don't forget to like, comment, and consider subscribing as well. Sorry, I was just picking up the card that flew away. Okay, so let's look at your reading. Your first card that flew away was Four of Wands. Okay. Nine of Cups. Oh my God, very nice. And Nine of Wands also. Okay. Oh. So you do have a lot of celebrations that are going to come into your life. Also, it's like, you've been working on it, and all of a sudden your luck has changed. Okay, all of a sudden your luck has changed. There's going to be joy, contentment, celebration. Some of you who are in a relationship might also take that relationship forward and get into a committed relationship, and might get will be planning your wedding. Also, Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. All your wishes and dreams are going to be fulfilled, but you also need to protect your work, protect everything that you do. Okay. You are you need to let go of your fears, worries, in case you have any tense situation. You need to let that go. Okay. And remember to love yourself, and remember that you are good enough, and you are going to have it all. Okay. So you do have a lot of powerful changes that are going to come into your life, so you need to be open to accept those changes. But you do have a great fortune, a change of fortune. All of a sudden your fortune is going to change, so you do have that coming in. Okay, let's see what else. Three of Cups. So you are going to party. Page of Pentacles. See, you admiring the money that you're getting. Money. So you are going to admire and look at the money that you're going to get. You do have growth. You do. You also, it's going to be a very fertile period for most of you. You are going to grow. You are going to expand. Remember that when you are going to be blessed with abundance. Also, it's this energy for this new moon is really amazing, because you're just 4 days away from the 8/8 portal. So manifest the abundance and the joy that you are looking for. Also, you need to release all the blockages that you have. You need to detoxify your life before you create that abundance. What is it that you need to create? Also, you need to go out more, spend time with your friends. Your dreams are going to come to fruition. You need to embrace the flow of life. Also, keep a check on your emotions this new moon. But like I see, this girl admiring the coin and being happy with the coin, holding the coin. Similarly, hold your vision. Don't let go of that vision. Okay, and stay focused on your career. Let's look at your final card. Eight of Cups. I'll pull up one more. So there is this situation, in a King of Cups. So there is this, I was going to say, there's this man or, a situation in a relationship where, someone is not dependable or sincere. And might be this is also about the detoxification that I was talking about. In case you are in a toxic relationship, it's time for you to walk away. Some of you might walk away from that relationship. You do keep going back and thinking about, uh, sorry, you do go back and keep thinking about your past. But remember, you are this compassionate person. You do have loyal people, all friends around you. Trust in them. You can confide in them, talk to them, seek their guidance, and you keep looking at, remember how far you have come. Okay. And like I said, you might have some fears, worries, tense situations. You need to release that and let that go, and let out your compassionate side. Let your emotions flow. Okay. Also, don't keep a check on your emotion. Keep cool. Okay. Keep cool. Okay. Keep yourself a little cool, and find out information, more information, before you take any action. Okay. And you might be in your relationship, you might be disappointed in this person, but that is remember, you need to give in case if it's a one-off case, you give that relationship a chance. But in case it's a toxic relationship, you definitely need to detox that relationship and detox your life. Also, assess things carefully before you take a decision or before you take action. Okay, let's look at your other cards. I am going to move this here. I want to keep the Four of Cups and the Four of Wands and the Nine of Cups right on top. Okay, the King can also be here. Okay, this looks nice, better. Okay, let's look at your other cards. Realization. So, this is again like the Eight of Cups. You will realize some of the things that you're not working for you, and you will move forward in life. Okay. Acceptance. You need to accept the situation, the way your situation is. Also, acceptance about in case you need help, you need to accept the help that comes in any form to you. Okay. You need to have faith in your dreams, faith in yourself. Stay grounded, stay connected to Mother Earth. Okay. Creation. What are you creating? So, like I said, we are very close to the Lion's Gate portal. What is it that you would like to create? Write down what is it that you would like to create, and create the life that you want. Create the life that you desire. Okay. It's time to release negativity, and this is what I was talking about. It's time for you to detox. Release all that negativity, because the minute you release that, you will release all the blockages that are being created in your life. Okay. Bring love into the situation. So in case you have a conflict in your relationship, especially, bring love into that, or any situation, give love to that situation. Your commitment is being tested. So the universe always loves doing some test, right? So, the universe is testing you whether you're still committed to your dreams. Okay. This is what I was talking about. You do have a lot of changes coming into your life. So expect those powerful changes to come into your life. Okay. Expect those powerful changes to come into your life. Okay. No, there'll be a lot of changes that will happen. Embrace those changes. Accept those changes. Yeah, open up to change. You need to open up to the changes that are going to come into your life. Forgive in case you have a conflict happening, or you have a situation in your relationship, especially. You need to forgive. Most importantly, you need to forgive yourself. Okay, take a breather. So do some breath work, especially when you because you need to cool your emotions. You need to stay cool. You might feel extreme of emotions. So when you get angry, or if your emotions are out of control, do some breath work. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, beautiful. Trust the universe. Trust the universe. The universe has your back. Trust the divine. Okay, let's look at your new moon blessings. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. So you do have a celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Good fortune. Okay, so you do have good fortune. And use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So there are changes coming into your life. Use your intuition. You do have strong intuition, so use that. You do have news that is on its way. You will receive a gift. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. So use your intuition to make those changes. Okay, money. Like I said, like the Page of Pentacles was looking at that coin, remember? And I said, look, the page is looking at that coin. So money is going to come into your life. So welcome that money that's coming. Okay, good fortune, money, celebration, wish fulfillment. So you have it all. Okay, so I'm going to leave your reading here for you. Please let me know in the comments, how did you like the reading, and did it resonate to you or no. So, and also remember to like, comment, and consider subscribing as well. Okay, and I'm going to see you next time for your next reading. Thank you. Love and light.